Hi, this is Dan Pfeiffer, and this is episode 17 of Leaf, Wing, and Sun. Well, today is Monday, June 15th, and I'm down here in the garden. Today, just checking on things. One of the things I'm going to take care of today is the potatoes. They're growing very nicely. Last night we had like an inch of rain, so it really perked things up. You can see the potatoes in the bins. You can really see them now. Before I really had reached down in there so you could see them. So what I'm going to do today is add some soil. You're supposed to keep adding soil to these so they can produce potatoes, tubers. Give them more depth of soil to just like you would if they're in a regular garden. You would hill them up just to keep the dirt piled around. So I'll be back in a second and I'll show you how I'm going to do this. So what I'm going to do is use this plastic container here and try to gently add some soil in here. A little hard with one hand, but I'll show you. Just dump a little in here and shake it off, and then we'll put a little more in and gradually just increase the level. So that'll make them grow more and will give them adequate soil to produce potatoes. And then after I'm done with that, I'm going to plant some sweet potato plants that I bought. I'll show you that in a few minutes. Okay, so I'm done adding soil to the potato bins. It took more than I thought. They hold more than you think. So anyways, I've got the level up in them. If you take a look, it's up quite a ways. At least half full they are now. So that'll work good. In a few weeks, maybe I'll add a little bit more soil as the vines grow here. Probably eventually I'll fill the level maybe to within a few inches of the top. You don't want to fill them all the way up probably. So anyways, they're doing very, very well. I have 3 more potato bins I planted last week, which haven't come up yet. And these are all Yukon Gold here. This whole row here. 13 of them, I believe. Yukon Gold. Now, a few minutes ago, I talked about sweet potatoes. I ordered some plants. I guess they're called slips. I ordered them. I found them online. You can get them at various companies. You might even be able to get lucky and find them at a local nursery or farm store. The company I found these at was Hoss, Hoss. They're from Georgia, an online seed company, which is a new one for me, so I'm kind of discovering them. They sent me these slips. These are Georgia Jet sweet potatoes. There's quite a few different varieties, but I thought I'd try these. They arrived 2-3 days ago, and I've been soaking them in water as what their instructions were, and they have perked up quite a bit already, so that's what they suggested doing before planting them. So what I'm going to do is plant these in these containers here. I'll probably put like three per container. Just hold on one second. So what I'll do here is just put like 3 of these slips into each pot here, each grow bag, and something like that. Maybe I'll fix them so they're a little bit deeper. I'll come back in a minute and show you my progress. Okay, so I planted 3 slips here in this first grow bag. So I think, I'll give them a good watering here in a few minutes. I put them in fairly deep so that they would stand up straight and so forth. And probably we'll add eventually some more soil to these also, I think. So anyways, I'll go ahead and plant the other bags and I'll show you in a few minutes. Okay, I've got all 4 of the grow bags planted with the sweet potatoes, so I'll just give them water. I did verify the planting depth. It's supposed to be 3 to 4 inches of the root in the soil. So that's what I did. Put them in pretty deep. Give them a nice drink here, even though the soil is wet from we had rain last night. But I think this is a good day to transplant them. It's cooler today. We've been having some really hot weather actually last week in the 80s, near 90. Heat index over 100. Today it's about 60 for a high with a cool breeze. Sun is coming out here and there, but not too much. So this is a good day to transplant. Won't be as much shock to the plants. So this should be interesting. I have tried sweet potatoes before, but I've never had luck with them. I've never tried the grow bags. So I'll see what happens. I think they might have gotten neglected other years. Maybe they didn't get watered enough or whatever, but we'll see what happens. I'm kind of looking forward to trying these. Now I'm going to check the rest of the garden here for weeds and so forth. I'll come back in a few minutes, show you some progress. I'm going to clean up around the tomato plants, maybe put some mulch around them, and I'll show you the rest of what's coming up in a few minutes. Okay, so what I did here is I weeded and I mulched the tomato plants. They had some straw here that was left from the strawberries over winter. Strawberry patch, which I hadn't removed, so it's on my compost pile, so I just took it off of there and put it around the tomatoes. So it would help them keep the weeds down, and keep some moisture in, maybe provide some nutrients as they grow, as the straw rots. So we'll just do a walk through here of the garden. Tomatoes are doing good. Got even some blossoms on them. Up here we got the cucumbers. These are pickling ones. In my last episode, my last podcast, I planted some lettuce for second planting, and you can see it's coming up. I have two little rows here. One is a romaine type sunland, and the other is winter pine tree mix, loose leaf mix. Over here we got jalapeno peppers. In the second raised bed, the three little ones are poblanos, which I started. Two big ones in the middle I bought. They're a sweet pepper. The name eludes me right now. So, and the other peppers over here, ones I also started. They're a sweet bell pepper. Erica is the brand. Erica. I got the one from the one plant that I had bought. This thing is already a pepper there, so it's pretty cool. The first two bins here, the two first raised beds, are the romaine lettuce. The first one, kale, which you can see are really growing nice. The second one got some more romaine there, which is nice. Be ready to cut soon, and my loose leaf, which I already have cut. So everything is looking pretty good. Over here, the onions. I got the sweet Spanish on the right, and the Stuttgart on the left. They're doing well. Over here, the peas have really grown. They're climbing the fence there. I got some scallions on either side. Little scallions over there. These I had planted late April, but I had to replant some of them because they didn't all come up, and you can see some like in the back here are shorter, but they'll catch up, and I'm interested to see what kind of a crop I get here. I should get some good peas here. Of course, along there is the potatoes, which we already covered today, and the Yukon Golds. These are the sweet potatoes, which I planted today. Down here we got the winter squash. It's coming up. The coconut on the left, Robin's coconut, and the honey nut on the right. They're both winter squashes, and they're both coming up nice. So I'm happy with that. Of course, when we had that warm weather, things germinated really quickly. Here on the right is some cucumbers. Homemade pickles is a variety. Over here, some zucchinis, and these both are perking up. Down here on the manure pile, as my neighbor is spreading manure in the field, I got some extra cucumbers. These are the mystery cucumbers that I bought at the Amish greenhouse. They didn't have a label on them, so we'll see what we get. And here I've got pumpkins. The 4 hills of pumpkins I planted from seed, of course, and they're starting to come up. Most of them have at least 2 or 3. This one hill only has 1, so I'm gonna have to replant there. I'd have to look back to see which is which, but we have jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, we have Connecticut Field, Howland, and we have a mix of pumpkins and gourds and squashes. It's like a rainbow blend or mix. Some winter squashes, some pumpkins, some gourds. So anyways, they're starting to come up. So the rain really helped. So overall, I'm very pleased with the garden so far. Doing very well. It's planted here for the most part. We'll see what happens. I'll just tend to things and stay tuned for the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.